All right, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you so much.
In progress.
There it is. Thank you so much for being patient and flexible on our end as we had one of our training sessions in Florida run a little bit longer. So definitely appreciate all of your patience here and being flexible with us on the time. And hello from Florida for our second and final media availability from out here today. We're joined, of course, first by head coach Vlatko Andonovski, and he will be followed by goalkeeper Laurel Ivory and defender Ellie Wheeler. If you would like to record, feel free to go ahead and do so at this time. We will also be sending out assets following a little bit later on this afternoon on our end as well. And if you have a question, feel free to use the raise your hand feature, like I see Daniel doing as well, or drop it in the chat, and we will get to you as soon as possible. So with that, we will go ahead and open up for questions with Daniel. Daniel, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Just curious how preparation's gone. I know you guys had a friendly recently. How did that go, and where do you feel like this team is at in the progression for being ready for opening day?
Yes, thank you, Daniel. First, I have to say that our preparation has been going very well. There's nothing that we can say is not going as planned so far. We still have about 2.5 weeks until the first game, and hopefully we can tie up some of the things from the last game. Now you asked me about the last game or the preseason, the friendly game against Louisville. I thought it was a great test for us. They're a great opponent. And they presented some challenges that I feel like we had to go through this week and fix some of those moments. And we have another one this weekend that I believe will present slightly different types of challenges. And hopefully, when we get back in Kansas City, we can fix any mistakes or any things that we feel like we'll need to do before the first season game.
And then how has the health of the team been? I know we've seen a few injuries pop up around the league. I'm just curious, have you guys stayed with a clean bill of health through camp so far? And some of those players that were injured at the end of last year, how are players like Bia doing and getting back into the full swing of things?
Yeah, everything is going well so far. Very happy with everyone's recovery. And we've been fortunate enough that we don't have any bad injuries or long-term injuries that happen, like some of the other teams that you mentioned that had unfortunate situations. We've had some bumps and bruises here and there, but all those players are recovering well or have recovered well. Elizabeth Ball was one of them early on, or Katie Scott was had a little knock early on, but they're full on training. They played the game and they played significant minutes in the game against Louisville. Bia played very small amount of minutes. I mean, she played about 10-15 minutes against Louisville, and it was just a good test to see where she's at. And we'll see how the progression is going to go. But just the fact that she's training with the team, or she was training with the team, played, it was a huge step forward.
Awesome. Thanks, Daniel. Thad, you're up next.
Hey, good afternoon, Coach. I assume you're getting all your national team players back, but I wanted to ask about Claire and Michelle getting their first caps up with the first team. Just what's your thoughts on how they did?
I thought it's an amazing moment. First cap is something that they're going to remember for the rest of their lives. It's a monumental thing, and it's a big thing for these two players. Both of them very young, and a great opportunity for them. I just hope that they did well enough for the people that make decisions to so they can get call-ups back. On our side, we're going to do anything possible to prepare them and be ready when they get called up again.
And how do you integrate all those players back in as they come back from their national teams?
Yes, everyone is on slightly different schedule. Or, for example, Michelle and Claire and Michelle, they came in and they were full on in training right away today. With a very small management piece. They were managed in a couple of instances or a couple of moments throughout the session. where we believe that by tomorrow they should be ready. Where Jericho and Temwa, their trips, their flights are a little bit longer, changing more time zones, and they're arriving straight to Kansas City. So we are going to have a coach to train them for one training in Kansas City, and then we're going to be back.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Thad. We're going to pivot now to Peyton Skeels. Peyton, go ahead and ask your question whenever you're ready.
Hi, Vlatko. I was
Hey, Peyton.
wondering, you've been in this role with Kansas City for a year now. You were very successful last year, but looking kind of over this past season, getting to have your second preseason back as a club coach, what kind of last year's transition was like for you, if you've taken any time to reflect on moving from the international back to club game? Any ways that you think that has impacted your approach to coaching club, or differences that you've noticed in yourself, if at all?
It's not that I didn't have a chance to reflect. I guess I didn't want to reflect on what was the transition like. I was just so focused on this team and the success of this team and this organization that was the only thing that I wanted to think about. And same thing this preseason. It was all about getting better from the place where we're at. And I honestly, it's not about me. It's about this team. It's about the success of the team, and do whatever I can and anything possible to make the team better for the upcoming season.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Peyton. Coach, just looking ahead to final preseason tune-up Sunday against Chicago, just what are some things you're looking forward to seeing out there?
I mean, there is not something in particular that I would like to point out at this moment, but obviously there are moments or in certain phases of the game that we wanna be better. We want to be a little more assertive, and we want to be a little bit better in general. So. These are moments, or this game is an opportunity for us to get on the same page and work together as a team, and align with some of the new players that joined us in the off season.
Awesome. Any other questions for Coach? Peyton, one more. Go ahead.
Thank you. Kind of in terms of the rookies that you've brought in, or the players who are coming out of college, I know they have a wide range of experience and a wide range of age, but I was wondering if you could speak to how they've adapted, what you've seen from them coming into the professional game.
First, we have been very happy with their professional approach and mentality. That's the first thing when a young player comes in the professional environment. It's important they adapt to it, and they accept the level of professionalism. Once they do that, then everything else on the field it becomes just a little bit easier. But even when I say easier, it's not easy by any means. It's just a little bit easier because of the approach that they take. Now, we've been very happy with how everything is going on the field in terms of performance performance their individual performance, or individual performance within the group or the team. We saw that Mary was very good in the game against Louisville and scored a goal. Katie did very well for the limited minutes that we had with her, and some of the other younger players that were with us as well did well with the minutes that I had. We're excited to see how the next game is going to go, and if we can pinpoint any progress from the previous game.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Jillian, go ahead.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well. Thanks for the time. Just curious.
Hi, Jillian.
Hey, you got a nice tan there. I'm a little jealous, Coach. You got some sunshine. We don't have it.
Some of the players are loving it.
Hey, curious about, obviously, Ellie Wheeler had a fantastic rookie season. But what are you seeing out of her as far as this camp? She's mentioned feeling just much more confident, much more kind of level-headed going into year 2. And what do you see are potential goals for her and how she can impact the team?
Yes, I do agree with her statement about feeling more confident and just calm and composed in difficult moments or in stressful moments on the field, which is something that is hard to see early on when a young player is coming out of college or even younger players. But this is year 2 for Ellie. She has accumulated tons of minutes, valuable minutes in tough moments throughout the season that are huge resource huge resource in going into this season. So I think that we're going to see a little more mature Ellie, and we're going to see a little more confident and composed Ellie, like she said in her interview.